You can study in the morning, you can study at night. You can study outside by a campfire light. You can study with the
Recently, in an op-ed in the JTA, the Jewish Telegraphic Agency, Roberta Rosenthal-Quall, who's a professor at DePaul University College of Law, wrote about the two viable options for the conservative movement. She did this because recently we learned that the United Synagogue of Conservative Judaism has hired a branding outfit, a branding company, to help put a new face on the conservative movement. And so her argument is that there are really two viable options. One is for conservative Judaism to embrace its traditionalism that it has always held on to and carve out a smaller, more narrow niche. The other option is to really fold into the Reform movement, to accept that there really is not much that differentiates conservative from Reform Jews, or conservative and Reform Judaism, which may be two different things, by the way, and that recognizing that will allow us to create one larger, more vibrant liberal Judaism. The problem with the conservative movement's approach to this dilemma is that it's really addressing the wrong dilemma. The problem is not that we need a new face. It's that we need to know what's underneath the face. Conservative Judaism has long struggled with an identity crisis. Who are we? The old joke about a conservative synagogue is that what is a conservative synagogue? It's a congregation of Reform Jews served by an Orthodox rabbi. Conservative Jews, one of the things that distinguishes them is that they want their rabbi to be more traditional. Certainly more traditional than they are. And I think at the core, at the crux of this question of conservative Judaism and what does its future looks like, is struggling with the essential question of what is the nature or our understanding of Jewish law. There are very few people in my community that consider halakha, Jewish law, to be binding. Very few people consider obligation, the obligatory nature of Jewish practice. Many people will do things for tradition reason because it's been a custom for a million years, but almost no one, and I to a certain extent include myself in this, almost no one really buys into the idea that we are obligated to follow Jewish law. The conservative movement says that we believe that, but those who make up the conservative movement, by and large, don't. Not everyone, because remember, one of those two viable options is that there is a small niche group for whom that does apply. The idea that Jewish law is binding and that we can create a vibrant and meaningful and egalitarian and open conservative Judaism that takes halakha, that takes Jewish law seriously, there are a group of those people. And maybe that is the future of conservative Judaism. But until conservative Judaism identifies this fundamental identity crisis that we are in, no amount of branding is going to fix the problem. And in discovering this identity crisis and addressing it, we have to ask ourselves the essential question, do we want to look like our members, or do we want our members to look like our ideal? Right now, those two are so far apart. And until we decide which way we want to go, and I'm not suggesting there's a right or wrong, but until we make that choice as a conservative movement, and until we can say loudly and proudly, this is what we believe, this is what we're promoting, this is where we want to be, until we do that, then we will always just be in the middle, torn, pulling apart from both sides.
We're talking Torah. Talking Torah.